The question whether AI is dangerous or not is very complicated and sensitive, and is up for debate by intellectuals from both sides. But the overview of this on YouTube or society in general is quite a negative one. So, I took a page out of Quacker's book.
Pessimism often sounds smart and gets more views, while optimism can sound naive. But this is a bias that's not helpful for us as a species.
And decided to make a video with a more positive outlook towards AI. Currently, there are 3 trending topics of concerns regarding AI. So, let's resolve them one at a time from least to most threatening. The first one is Pause Giant AI Experiments and Open Letter by Future of Life, claimed to be signed by tech pioneers like Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak. It is being thrown around in the news and Reddit like it's a big thing, and these messiahs are trying to save the general populace. But in reality, many of the signs on this petition are fake, as pointed out by some signees themselves. Many big names are starting to disappear from the website, jeopardizing the whole open letter's authenticity and intention. While the actual open letter might have good intention, but it came across as more of a media stunt, because many major signees are either like
Elon Musk,
who himself has AI-powered self-driving car as a product, or other entrepreneurs who would be benefited if Microsoft's ChatGPT's growth is stunted. So let's move on to second and more real concern. AI is gonna take over the world. As per the recent paper published by OpenAI, ChatGPT has sparks of general artificial intelligence. To understand why is it dangerous, we need to learn a bit more about AI. AI can be categorized into 2 different types, weak AI and strong AI. Weak AI has knowledge and expertise in very specific domain, things like self-driving, cancer detection, or stock prediction, which humans have to explicitly learn themselves by trying it out or by going to school or college. On the other hand, strong AI can do things like reasoning or common sense tasks, which most humans possess by the age of 4 to 5, mostly without any external help. Now, to understand why strong AI or general artificial intelligence is kinda dangerous. If true strong AI is developed, it can do anything by itself using reasoning, from taking your pets for a walk to controlling world governments. So, does that mean the recent paper published by OpenAI is a sign to push the big red panic button? Yes. I mean, no. Like, kinda. Because what strong AI is not as crystal clear as I tried to portray. Mainly because we can't even define what intelligence is, let alone artificial intelligence. So defining when artificial intelligence is getting on par with human intelligence is kinda tricky. But even if we are not clear whether GPT-4 has sparks of general artificial intelligence or not, we should have legislation on things like this for near future. But not like how these tech billionaires are calling for a 6-month haphazard ban, but a suitable panel of experts on AI sitting with government officials to make decisions without lobbying from you know who. A quick update about this point. Italy has actually already banned ChatGPT due to its privacy concerns. Now coming to the last and most realistic concern about AI. AI is gonna take our jobs. According to a recent paper by OpenAI, 80% of the US workforce would have 10% of their work affected by large language models, and 19% of workforce would have 50% of their work affected by large language models. This is not necessarily a bad news on its own. In the research paper, work affected by large language models doesn't mean large language models are gonna take over their work, but most probably just mean it will increase workers' efficiency. But now, as workers are more efficient, companies will need fewer workers for the same job. So over time, most likely over the span of next decade or so, not very instantly, companies will lay people off, decrease their pay, or just hire fewer employees, increasing unemployment rates worldwide. You can also check how much your job will be affected by these models. Link to the original paper is in the description. Sadly, this paper only tackles jobs affected by large language models, but there are many other generative models like DALL-E, which will highly affect artists. This one is quite bleak, isn't it? And unlike last 2 concerns, it's neither a lie or partial truth. So, only solution to this concern is we as a society have to adapt to AI, and it is possible because when the cameras were invented, it was said artists would become obsolete, but we still have artists and now we also have photographers. During the Industrial Revolution, many workers lost their job, but the overall effect of Industrial Revolution on the present day world is very beneficial. But that doesn't mean we should support companies that jump on the first opportunity to exploit their employees for cutting costs and instead pressure the government to make laws such that in case this happens, people who will lose their job can assimilate back into society again quickly and easily and not be left alone to poverty and homelessness. We live in a society with many technological advancements, with some of them looking very scary. But always remember, we humans are very innovative and resilient species. And if we had shied away from technology without even trying it from our genesis because it looks scary on the surface, we would have never even utilized fire.